So, did you feel the reality split, the timeline split with the lunar eclipse we just had? What does it feel like? How do you sense that? For me, I could just feel the energy get deeper and deeper and honestly more calm, yet intense and powerful at the same time until it just kind of exploded into a split. I know I'm weird that I see and hear and feel and sense all kinds of things, but I could feel the split of realities. So, what does this mean for you? Welcome to your multidimensional journey. I am Tracy Canberra, and today I'll answer the top 5 questions concerning the timeline split, the reality shift on our ascension journey from this lunar eclipse, and it's going to continue with the solar eclipse. So we'll start with the first question. Was I included in the split? Did I jump to the higher reality, the 5D timeline? Everybody is included. Everybody has the choice. You can choose, well, apocalypse or new earth, 3D or 5D. It's your choice. And while there was a split triggered by the lunar eclipse, remember, time-space does not exist. Even though the chasm between 3D and 5D is getting bigger, the gap is growing. People are going to fall out of our lives. We're going to quit jobs. We're going to get married. All kinds of wonderful things and not so wonderful, depending on what your outlook of life is. All those things are going to happen, but understand, entrainment always occurs. Entrainment is when one thing shifts their frequency to match another, usually the lower to higher, but I'm no quantum physicist, okay? So understand that as you choose higher dimensions, expanded frequencies, and you see more wonderful things show up in your life and you get happier, you're radiating that happiness and that love out to humanity, and it is reaching people, even in the depths of their despair. They can grab hold of that energy and use it to help themselves shift. With entrainment and the lack of time and space, people can jump from their 3D trajectory to the 5D one at any time. This year, next year, 3 years from now, we don't know. It's yet to be seen, but Spirit's telling me it is possible. So everyone is included. And the ones that do not make the choice for 5D, well, with entrainment, they can make that choice anytime. The second question is, how do I know that I jumped? How do I know that I'm on the high trajectory, the good trajectory, the new earth timeline? By seeing the synchronicities, by feeling better, by feeling inspired to take action in the direction of your dreams. I'm already feeling the euphoric feelings and seeing the magic numbers and synchronicities lining up for me. And it's only been 36 hours. We still have a very balancing equinox coming up in a few days, and then the solar eclipse. And like I've been saying, the lunar eclipse is where we make these choices, and the solar eclipse brushes away everything that stands in the way of these new choices, of these new manifestations. So the possibilities are just wonderfully amazing that I see, because now these beautifully intense higher frequencies, this expanded energy is assisting us to make those choices. It is easier to achieve your dreams now, easiest than it's ever been in our lifetimes, in many Earth lifetimes. So that's how you know, by seeing the synchronicities, making choices, finding it easier to follow through, finding yourself happier more often than you're sad or worried or scared, by the choices you're making, not listening to negative news, and getting out in nature more and feeling more love and more compassion. You know, because you see more good in your life, to be really broad about it. And what if you really feel you don't know? What if you feel you're still on the 3D timeline and you're getting scared? Okay, well, getting scared keeps you on the 3D timeline, so knock it off, said with love. When you look at heart math, it proves that the heart is a supercomputer of the body, not the brain. We can control the brain. Now, there are people that have true mental illness, that have brain misfires. I see it in client sessions. There are true brain anomalies where the synapses aren't connecting correctly or connecting how you wish them to. So, ruling out mental illness, for the great majority of us, we're simply not controlling our thoughts. We let the ego mind drag us down into fear, either a little bit or a lot. It still happens to me, and I have to catch myself. So understand that if you're looking around going, oh crap, I must have stayed on the 3D timeline because my life is, well, still crap. This is still happening, and this is terrible. And you're looking around at all of that. That's what you can start changing to jump to the higher reality. Take control of your thoughts. The moment you become aware of a negative thought, Kathleen Cameron, the manifestation coach, calls them ants, automatic negative thoughts. Ew, I have ants crawling on me. I just find that hilarious. So the minute you become aware of a negative thought, whether it is 2 seconds after it pops in your head or 30 minutes after you've been obsessing, doesn't matter. The moment you become aware of the negative thought, change it, redirect the thoughts. You know what your regular fears are, the ones that come up the most. So get your affirmations, get your mantras out, meaning that if you're really scared about losing your job, first of all, obsessing about it is creating the energy of losing your job. So you're bringing it faster and you're staying in 3D. But if you know that's your biggest obsessive thought, losing your job, then every time your ego mind wanders in that direction, you pause, take a breath, and you say, I am stepping into a job with more money, more happiness, whatever your affirmations are. But you need to retrain your brain if you wish to reach 5D and stay in 5D. Which brings us to question number 3. What do I do to stay there, to stay on the higher trajectory? Well, you retrain your brain, you retrain your thoughts, you redirect, you create more love and compassion and happiness in the world. As long as you are following your passions, your happiness, as long as you give yourself permission to keep exploring, as long as you don't judge and criticize yourself, find happiness wherever it is, take inspired action on your dreams. All of those things will keep you in the 5D reality. They will keep you in that path of your ascension journey. Spirit, the Archangels, my guides, the Solaran Council, they always tell me it is so easy to stay on your ascension path. It is so easy to reach 5D. Choose happy thoughts. Take happy action. And those of you that are saying, yeah, well, you don't have my life and it's too difficult for me and I'm too traumatized and I'm this and I'm that, take a look in the mirror. Do you want to continue being that person? Do you really? Because I've had trauma in my life. I've had near-death experiences. We all have crap in our lives. It's what we come down here to experience. The soul wants to experience the good, the bad, the ugly, because none of it's true. We are infinite. We are pure love. So I do not drown in the negative, in the bad things, in the trauma, in the pain. I rise above it. I reach for divine neutrality. And in the times I don't, and I feel myself drowning, I crawl out of it. Happiness is a choice, and I choose happy. Remember that. You can choose happy. You can change your life around at any time. It may not be fast, it may not be easy, but those steps towards happiness, towards fifth dimension, towards new earth, those steps snowball and it becomes easier and it becomes faster. So take the first step. Choose happiness. Take little steps, take big steps, follow your dreams. Okay, question 4. Can others switch later? Yes. As I addressed before, time and space don't exist. You can make the choice anytime. Now, I will say Spirit has always shown me some souls do not want to ascend. They're here for the experience. They know they're already divine source energy. So Ascending or not ascending isn't life or death. They're infinite. So some souls want to experience the apocalypse, the 3D, the breakdown of societies, some of the very unpleasant things that you can read about or hear about on other podcasts. Some souls want to explore that. So some humans are committing to that. And that's okay. That's their journey. We have no right to infiltrate anyone else's soul journey. So stand in divine neutrality, send them love and compassion. Allow them their journey. But spontaneous awakenings happen all the time. It happened to me 20 years ago, so they can awaken at any time. They can choose higher dimensions at any time. So while we hold out hope for them, while we send them love and compassion, we also respect the journey they are on and we leave them to it. Do not drown with them. Support, not save. Care, not carry. Release all of their trauma that you're carrying. Release, not responsible. Okay? Now, the last question is, what's next? This is new. All of this energy from the lunar eclipse, these frequencies, they all feel new to us. Sure, we're happy now. Is it going to stay? Solar eclipses really kind of break apart the world, to be dramatic about it. And it's coming in less than 2 weeks. So what's next? Where do we go from here? Honestly, it's getting easier and faster. So you ignore all that would bring you down, all that would anchor you in the 3D drama and trauma. You ignore it. And that's hard to do when we have elections coming up. That's hard to do when our economy is in question. I get it. But put all of that 3D drama and trauma on the back burner. Face forward, face 5D. Choose happiness. Take steps forward. Control your brain. It is possible. Think better thoughts. Redirect your thoughts. Take action, even if it's one tiny step. Take inspired action. You must have faith and trust that you feel the higher energies, that they're working for you, that your angels and guides are supporting you, propelling you, that you are safe and secure in moving in this direction. Because once you believe, then the universe gets on board. Remember, you get what you are, not what you want. You have to be an energetic match. So believe it's possible. Believe it's on its way to you. Yeah, I get it. If you're saying, well, it's on its way to me, then you're living in lack. You're living in hoping for it to arrive in the future. But you know what, people? You got to start somewhere. And it's difficult for a lot of us to believe that it's here when we have eyes and we can see it's not. If you're living on the streets and you're like, I live in my mansion, I live in my beautiful mansion, you're never going to match that frequency. It's not going to happen. Take the steps. This is what the guides always say to me. Take the steps. Believe in yourself. Have faith and trust. This is just a matrix. This is just a game. So if it helps you to understand that this isn't real and you truly are pure spirit that can manifest anything, step into the void, step into spirit and manifest it. Gary Zukav, the author of The Seat of Your Soul and a phenomenal human being, was just interviewed on the Wisdom from the North podcast, and he discussed the matrix and our true spiritual nature. I found the podcast fascinating, and I'll link it below, along with Kathleen Cameron and whatever else I mentioned here. It'll help you learn about who you truly are so you can manifest your dreams while you're ascending. I am rooting for you. So are your guides and your angels and all of the collective consciousnesses surrounding the earth, assisting us in this ascension journey. Everybody is participating and they are all supporting you. So if you want help reaching your dreams, knowing where you stand in this new timeline, this new reality, then book a soul coaching session. Talk to your soul and your guides directly. It is so eye-opening. It is so transformational. I'm just translating. Your soul's doing the hard work, but it amazes me every day what I learn in client sessions. So book a session. And if you're listening on YouTube, share in the comments, what did you feel on the lunar eclipse? Did you feel the shift? What are you experiencing now? We've got quite the Ascension community going, so remember, when you discuss your experience, you help others with their experience. And in honor of eclipse season, I was considering doing my first YouTube Live, a Q&A, probably Saturday morning before my client sessions, maybe Sunday morning. You can ask questions and get free advice from the Soul Collective, the Solaran Council, your guides, the Archangels. I can channel anybody. So list your big Ascension questions and let's get them answered. All righty. Happy Ascension, beautiful souls.